Hello and welcome. Today is Tuesday, October 11th. How time flies, 2022. I want to say thank you. Thank you for hanging out and thank you for watching this video. This is lesson 19. 5, 4, 19. This is lesson 19 out of 50. This is from my book, Trading Wisdom 50 Lessons Every Trader Should Know. This is the free version. My goal is to eventually do all 50 lessons for free, and I do them every 3-4 weeks. That's Trading Wisdom right there. When the book first came out, there was just a ton of people asking me, hey, do you have an audio version? And I didn't have one at the time. And there were also people who, for whatever reason, country restrictions, they can't buy the book from Amazon, which is where it's published. So I decided to do this free version for people. So that's what this is. Just to remind you, of course, I'm on Twitter at Big Cheds. Please follow me there if you are not doing so already. Please check out the book itself. It's available on Amazon in 4 formats: Kindle, hardcover, paperback, and audiobook, narrated by yours truly, Cheds. Just to let you know, I'm also the author of My Battles with Cancer. I am a cancer survivor. I was a patient and a caregiver when a loved one, someone close to me, had cancer. So I'm not trying to sell this book. I want to give it to you. So if you're fighting cancer, my thoughts are with you, of course. And if someone you love or a friend, somebody close to you is fighting cancer, let me send you the book. I'll just email. Here's the book itself. It's a pretty big book. It's a long memoir, but I'll just email it to you. I'll send it to you for free, hoping that will help you. So I want to just please keep that in mind. If you're here for trading stuff, you definitely want to go to my YouTube channel. Sorry about that little that noise there. You want to go to my YouTube channel. You want to start with this playlist called Masterclass Technical Analysis Tutorials. This is what you need to get started before you risk $1. You have to watch those videos. This video is going to go into the Trading Wisdom playlist. 17, don't fight the trend, ride it. And now this is lesson 18, which is stay focused. It's going to go in that playlist. I've been doing Twitter Spaces, which is awesome. Conversations with people reminds me I need to upload one today. I've got 15. It'll be 16 conversations, just me and you. Questions from people. And if you are really serious about learning how to trade, you need to consider joining Bitcoin Live. I've been doing market updates there for 4+ years. I do it twice a week. I haven't missed one in years. And I'm just one of a pretty large team, and I think a world-class team. I think probably the best team in the world that studies Bitcoin. So if that's what you do, you want to consider joining. I'm really proud of it. So please consider checking that out. But as usual, what we're going to do today is let's get the book up. Let me just get the book up there. All right. So, look, I'm not going to read this about the author, introduction section. You can just pause and read it at your own speed. All right. But we're doing lesson 18, stay focused. As you can see, we have a lot of, we have many to go. Okay. So we're going to get through these. So far, we've already done this whole first page. So you really should watch all these videos. They're free. And they're there for you to check out. So we're going to do lesson 18, which is stay focused. So once again, thank you. And again, Trading Wisdom. That's what this is. So let's get this. Let's have some fun. I used to do several takes. Now I just do one. I record it. I go with it. And it's just me talking to you candidly. So lesson 18, we're going to start the chapter with a quote. As always, having 10 or 15 plays at once does not mean you are going to make 10 or 15 times the amount of money. More than likely, you are going to lose focus, screw up, and make nothing. I love that quote. Having 10 or 15 plays, it doesn't mean you're going to make, 10 or 15 times the money. I used to think that way, right? So I go on to say in the book, while you're risking serious money, you should take that process equally seriously. And that means keeping an eye on the charts where your funds are now parked. If you have too many plays opened at once, you're likely going to miss out on the important clues that the price action is giving you, right? So wherever you have your money, your funds, your hard-earned funds, your hard-fought for funds, you have to watch them. You have to study the charts where you've parked your money, where you're trying to trade. And if you have too many plays, you won't be able to keep an eye on them, right? Anything that requires watching should have clear chart levels marked out that would lead you to either raise or lower your risk amount. If you are distracted by watching something else, you may miss a key signal, and that can be costly. So, we talk about this many times before on these other videos, on my YouTube streams, market updates, all that good stuff. What you're doing is you're looking at a chart, you're kind of identifying what the trend is, up, down, or even sideways. For example, like we have with Bitcoin right now. And you're identifying, what would change that? Where in the chart, if it bounces up, would add bullish momentum, and if it breaks down, would add bearish momentum. What are the key pivot points that would affect the trend? So your job, what you're doing is you're trying to identify those points so you know how to trade accordingly, right? So if you have 10 or 15 plays, what's going to happen is you're going to miss key breakdowns, and you won't be able to execute your stop loss. Or you're going to miss key momentum pivots, like a false breakdown, and then an opportunity for a bounce. So you really, really, like 10 or 15 plays, it's too much, right? So I go on in the book. The quote says, if you're having trouble trading, my advice would be to focus on fewer plays. Reduce your watch list to 10 or less and learn the in and outs of their price action. When a ticker or symbol becomes familiar, your instincts will kick in, right? If you're having trouble, focus on fewer plays. Focus on fewer plays, right? Having too many charts up at once is not the only way to get distracted while trading. Hold on, let me move on. Let me touch on this point before I move on. I say when a ticker becomes familiar, your instincts will kick in. Instincts are incredibly important. You need to have muscle memory. You need to have experience with a chart. Sorry about that. So when you look at it, you can properly contextualize volatility when it comes. When volatility comes, when price action comes, when things happen, you need to be able to put it all into context. And if you have too many plays, you won't be able to really understand the charts. So it's really the same concept as, when a ticker becomes familiar. Think about that. When it becomes familiar, your instincts will kick in. So that's why you really need to drill down and study what you want to trade, and only trade what you have been studying. One second here. All right. So having too many charts up at once is not the only way to get distracted while trading. Of course, there are many other ways. If you decide to enter a trade while you're watching, for example, your favorite sports game with some friends, what if you decide to enter a trade while you're watching your favorite sports game with friends? Minutes later, you get wrapped up in the game, football game, and there's a great big drive going on. There's some, exciting action. You get wrapped up in the game and you forget to watch the chart. And while you were away, the chart broke a key support level and it dropped 10%. What a disaster, right? So you can't just enter a trade. Oh, now I'm going to go watch this other thing, unless you have your stop loss set, unless you have your triggers set. But if you're really managing it manually, you can't do that. Oh, let me enter a trade and let me go do something else. I mean, if you're going to trade, you need to trade, right? You need to focus on it. You need to kind of manage your trade. So, as I say in the book, I say, quote, if you treat trading like a hobby, chances are you'll be looking for a new hobby soon, right? Because you can't treat it like a hobby. If you treat it like a hobby, you're going to bleed away your money. You're not going to take it seriously, and you'll just run out of money. And you're like, okay, well, I guess I got to go do something else to pass the time, because you can't keep trading because you never took it seriously enough. All right. Watching sports while trading is not the only way to get into trouble. You can also get into trouble while you're drinking. Trading, well, not just while you're drinking, but pardon me, you can get into trouble trading while you're drinking or doing drugs. When you have money in play, you should treat that money with respect. And that means staying sober so you have the best chance to pull off a winning trade, right? Friday night, you're out with your friends, you come back, you've been drinking, maybe you're doing whatever you're doing, and I'm sorry about that. I just had to clear my throat. You're with your friends, you're doing whatever you're doing, and you're like, let me just open up some trades. But if you're high, you're drunk, whatever's going on, chances are, you're not going to treat that money with respect. You're not going to, it's going to be a boredom trade, right? It's not going to be an opportunity trade. In my view, another way, back to the book, another way people get distracted is by focusing too much on long-term predictions. Okay? Title of this chapter is Stay Focused. And people get too distracted by long-term predictions. When you're thinking about where the price might go in the future, you're taking your focus away from what's happening in the moment, which makes you more likely, again, here's the same theme, makes you more likely to miss some clues. So here's another way you're setting yourself up to miss some clues in the price action now. You're laser focused on what the price is going to be you think the price will be in 6 months or a year. I mean, it's so useless. What is the point of even thinking about that, right? There's so many things that would have to happen to get from here to there. Focus on what's happening right now. Don't, let yourself get distracted and focus on a potential theoretical future value. All right? And the chapter finishes up with a quote. Stop trying to predict what price your favorite play is going to be at the end of the year and pay attention to what it's telling you right now about the supply and demand dynamic. Less predicting, more observing, right? Stop focusing on what you think it's going to be in the future. Listen to it right now. It's trying to tell you something, all right? That's lesson 18, Trading Wisdom, 50 lessons every trader should know. I have a new book coming out in a matter of weeks. I'm really close. I'm polishing it. Trading quotes. It's a lot of the quotes from the book, and I added, several hundred more quotes, and it's been a really fun book to write. I'm really proud. I will be proud when I publish it. I'm just really looking forward to getting it out there. So look for that in a few weeks. Folks, this has been lesson 18. Stay focused. We're going to do lesson 19, sell and move on. That's a really important one. Right? I am Big Cheds on Twitter. You can, of course, find the book on Amazon. There are 4 formats: Kindle, audiobook, hardcover, paperback. Audiobook is narrated by me, which is fun. I am a cancer survivor. I did write a memoir. I want to send this memoir to you for free. Just get me your email and I'll send you this book. I've sent out probably hundreds of copies. Maybe not that many, but I wish I had. I'd like to get more out. So if you know someone you think this could help, let me know. Check out my YouTube. It is just tons and tons of free alpha. If you're someone who really wants to learn how to trade, start with the masterclass series. Watch my market updates. Listen to the Twitter Spaces conversations. Check out the free version of the book. Long-form interview series is really cool as well. I've interviewed some of the best traders out there, so I think you'll definitely enjoy that. And I just want to remind you, Bitcoin Live. I'm a founding analyst. I've been doing market updates for over 4 years. I do a Wednesday and a Sunday night update. It literally doesn't matter what I'm doing in my life. I stop and I do that update. Helps to keep me practiced. Helps for me to practice. Helps me to get better. Helps the members. And I'm just really proud of that. And when you sign up, you get access to everything. Not just my stuff, the entire team. It is a world-class team. I think the best in the world for covering Bitcoin. So, folks, thank you so much. It's been my pleasure. I'm glad that you've decided to take some time out of your day to watch this video. I've enjoyed recording it, and I've enjoyed talking to you. And I hope everybody's doing okay out there. All right? I'll talk to you soon. Big Cheds out.